It's March and prime carrot sowing season. Problem with carrots can be that you get carrot fly, which can ruin your roots. If you've ever grown them and if you've ever got carrot fly on your crop, you'll know that these little tunnels along the outside of the root. On bigger roots it's not too bad because you can often peel the damage off, but if it's very severe you get rot setting in, and the little maggots aren't particularly nice to have around something that you're going to eat. But there are lots of ways of preventing them, or at least reducing them. One way is to choose a variety which is resistant. There are a few around. This one's called Resistor Fly and is probably the easiest one to find in garden centres. You'll find a few more in the seed catalogues. So that's one way. They just have a smell and a taste which isn't quite as appealing to the carrot flies as other varieties. Another way to do it is to choose a larger, as I say, thicker variety. There's one called Oxheart, which is quite a big stump-rooted variety, an old heritage variety, and they don't seem quite so keen on that one. So variety choice. Not everybody likes the taste of some of the carrot fly resistant varieties, and if you don't want to grow one of those, there are other things you can do. You can sow a little bit later, so the carrot fly overwinter in the soil in little pupae, and they emerge in sort of May-June time as little flies and start to search for carrots to lay their eggs on. If you delay your sowing until May-June, then you can avoid that first generation of carrot fly. So that's one way around it. So in other words, just sowing a little bit later. Another way is to disguise the smell of the carrots in various ways. So one way to do it is just to sow your carrots amongst perhaps garlic or onions. The carrot fly home in on the carrots by the smell of the leaves, and they can smell carrots from well, a mile off. So they'll home in. So if you mix your crop in, so if you put some other strong scented crop, garlic and onions are the obvious ones, near your carrots, alternate the rows, you can often keep them off that way. You can make or buy a garlic spray. Garlic spray is often sold more as a sort of supplement, a food supplement for your crops to help boost growth and yield. But also the smell of the garlic in the sprays just again confuses the pests. Another thing, it is said that carrot fly don't. They're tiny little things and they get blown about by the wind, can't fly very high, or so the theory goes anyway. So growing in raised beds like this one can help. The carrot fly don't normally fly more than a few feet off of the ground, so if you use a raised bed, that's helping in that respect. But also you can cover the bed, cover the crop with crop protection fleece, and I've got some here. So a lot of people would say just put a barrier around the bed. You don't have to cover the whole crop. Just put a 2-foot barrier of the fleece on canes around the edge of your bed, and that's enough to stop the flies being able to get onto the crop. Personally, I prefer to cover the whole lot. So, you know, belt and braces approach if you like. Just cover the whole crop with your crop protection netting. It's very, very fine. The flies can't get through it, and that's often enough to protect them. Leave that on for the whole life of the crop. So if you are sowing earlier, if you want to sow in March, you don't want to wait till May, then do your sowing, cover your crop with this straight away. You can even loosely lay it right over the crop if you want, but I support it on canes, and just leave it there for the whole life of the crop. It's a bit of a nuisance in that, you know, if you've got a weed or water, you've got to take it off, but it is worth it for carrot fly free roots. So that's the main way to protect your carrots from carrot fly. Lots of little suggestions there to keep them fly free.